Hello. Today's topic in the shoulder joint series is the posterior instability or posterior dislocation of the shoulder, and also termed as recurrent subluxation of the shoulder posteriorly. In this figure, you see that the humeral head, which is posteriorly dislocated. Okay, next we proceed to the definition. The definition of the posterior shoulder instability is difficult, not only to defining it within this continuum but differentiating it from other shoulder pathologies, because in most of the cases the posterior shoulder instability is very difficult to find out, and rarely in physiotherapist mind. Okay, next the posterior shoulder instability is described as posterior glenohumeral translation that reproduces symptoms outside the normal physiological translation in an individual and only account for about 5% of all patients with shoulder instabilities, and it's very common in the athletes. Some article which define this PCI, the adapted from Robinsons et al. 2005, the recurrent posterior shoulder instability. First, the structural abnormality. Soft tissue like labral, capsular or rotator cuff, they may affect it and they lead to the posterior shoulder instability. The bone, glenoid shape, humeral head defect, this also lead to the posterior shoulder instability because it may cause injury or may cause dislocation. Injury like previous posterior dislocation, macrotrauma or microtrauma, that may also lead to the recurrent posterior subluxation or dislocation. May be voluntary, psychogenic or involuntary like muscular or may be positional. Scapulothoracic dysfunction, it may also lead to the PCI. And the directional instabilities, unidirectional, bidirectional or multidirectional. The classification of PCI: acute versus chronic. In acute case, there may be trauma, seizure, electric shock with dramatic presentation. Okay. In chronic cases, microtrauma from repetition such as offense football lineman with the insidious of onset and presentations. And the voluntary versus involuntary. Trauma, the posterior dislocation, 50% cases that present for evaluation, usually dramatic presentations. In case of microtrauma, posterior instability may lead to a labral tear, incomplete labral avulsion or erosion of the posterior labrum, may lead to gradual stretching of capsule and patellus posterior capsule. Common in linemen, weightlifters, overhead athletes, usually insidious and onset and the presentation. Bony abnormality like glenoid retroversion or hyperplasia is a less common cause of instability. Like bony abnormality, less common cause. And ligamentous laxity may also cause the PCI. Biomechanical force flexed, adducted and internally rotated arm is a high risk position. Lesion associated with the posterior instability like avulsion of the posterior band of IGHL associated with acute subluxation. The posterior Bankert lesion characterized by detachment of the posterior inferior capsulolabral complex. In case of reverse heel sac lesion, associated with log and difficult to reduce dislocations. Posterior labral cyst, associated with chronic reverse Bankert lesion. Or in case of posterior labral cyst, Bankert lesion, in case of posterior glenoid rim fracture associated with chronic reverse Bankert lesion. Lesser tuberosity fracture associated with acute posterior dislocation. Large capsular pouch can see with MRI with contrast, often with chronic posterior instability. Symptoms. The symptoms are pain with flexion, adduction and internal rotation of the arm. In physical examination inspection, prominent posterior shoulder and coracoid for acute posterior dislocation may be normal from chronic posterior instability from microtrauma. Motions limited external rotation for acute posterior dislocation, shoulder locked in an internally rotated position, commonly in undiagnosed posterior dislocations. Pain on flexion, adduction, internal rotation for posterior instability. Provocative tests performed in the setting of chronic posterior instability. This all about the posterior shoulder instability. Next video you see that what are the tests in physiotherapy we perform for check out or diagnose the posterior shoulder instability. Thank you so much, and please like, share and subscribe my channel.